Hello everyone, my name is Nilendra. Today, this is my third session in Angular, and in this particular session, we are going to cover up how we can establish the communication from child to parent. So, without wasting the time, let me start it. So, let me open the command line. So, as you know, that with the help of NGNeo, we can create a project. So, I just create a project called demo using this. So, it is going to be asked a couple of things. So, you can answer it. So as you know that in my previous video I already explained you guys how we can establish the communication from parent to child. So in this we are going to do opposite of that from child to parent. So meanwhile these things are going to install. Let me just open the Visual Studio Code. So now the installation is going on. Okay, as you can see this node module folder is now created here. Okay, so let me go there and remove all this stuff. Okay, so now as you can see this the installation is done. So let me just change the directory. So I go inside the demo folder which I just created. After that I have to create a component by using a command ng cc and the name of the component. For example, I am giving it child so that it will be easy for us to understand. So as you can see this, a child component is now created here which have four files css html spec.ts. This one is for used for unit testing component.ts. Okay, and app module.ts is now going to be updated, which I already explained you in my last video. Alright, so now what you have to do, the first thing that you have to do is to go inside the child component.ts file and just copy this selector and try to call this particular child component inside the parent component. So this selector works like a tag for you. Okay. So let's see. So let's start the application by using ng-serve -o. We're going to open the application after the compilation process directly in the browser. So the compilation is going on. So in this child to parent communication, the first thing that you have to do is to create a function in the app.component.ts file. Okay, inside that function, uh, we will get the value that is going to be emit from the child component. So we are using the decorators called at the rate output, and we will use the event emitters as well. So as you can see this, the child component registered properly. So it is coming here like child works. Okay, so let me just open this child component. You can change it or not, it's up to you. Alright, so as I told you that first thing that you have to do is to go inside the app.component.ts file and create a simple function called parent, or you can give any other name as well, whatever you want. So inside this, let me let it down console.log. Okay. Now what we will achieve by doing this, first thing, when you register this child component, then we have to use the event emitter. So what I have to do, I have to use the event just like we created. I mean, we have click event, so many other events, right? So now we are going to create our own event. So let me give it a name called parent data flow. So this is something customized name which I give, and you can give your name as well, whatever you want to give. And now I have to call this particular function from there. So name of the function also again you can give any. So when you just call this particular function, you have to pass dollar event inside it because this is a event. Okay, so if you're passing something, right, so you have to get it that value here as well. So I give it data, you can give any name, right? What you want to give. Alright. So now let me go again here. So this parent data flow which I just create an event. So for that I have to go inside the child component.ts file. So as I already told you that we are using the output decorators here to achieve the child to parent communication. So you have to import those things first. So import output and event emitters as well. Okay. The import is done. Now again you have to go here just like we did at the rate input. We have to do at the rate output. This is a function. Now the event. You have to copy this name, put it here. Now you have to create the instance. I repeat, you have to create the instance of event emitters which you just imported above. Just giving you an error. Let's see. Alright, so you have to give the type. So right now let me give it like any. So I created the instance of event emitter and passed that instance value inside parent data flow. Okay, so now what I have to do, simply have to use this dot parent data flow dot. Now a very important function that is emit. So how you can pass the value? You can pass the value by using this emit. Child component value transferred. Okay. So we emit this value parent data flow dot emit. Okay, and this is the parent data flow that we created here. Create the instance. We emit the value here. That value is going to pass from this particular parent function. It will go here and we'll get it inside the data and you try to put the console on this particular value. Okay, so let's see how it works. So child component registers. Okay, let me open the console. So child component value transferred. Okay, so as you can see this, let me just rerun it. So this is how we can establish the communication from child to parent. Okay, now one thing you can also do, for example, instead of calling this inside this, what you have to do, you can just cut it from here, create your own function called data transfer. For example, the name of the function which you gave, and inside this you can give the value like. Okay, now you are going to call this particular data transfer function. Let me just correct the spelling. Transfer function on a particular event. For example, if I'm going to click on a button, then I would like to call that particular function. I mean, I just want to show you this, that if I'm going to click on a button, then only that particular value is going to be transferred from child to parent. So I go inside child.component.html file. I created this method. Let's see. Okay, my bad. I have to give the name. Uh, transfer. All right. So in the console, as you can see, this nothing is going to be available here, right? By default, initially the value which is visible for us is this one, that we are passing it inside the ng on it. Now only this value is going to be transferred when I click on a particular button. So let me just click on data transfer, and as you can see, this child component value transferred successfully. So this is something which I want to explain you in this particular video. Thank you guys for watching it. Take care. Bye bye.